Let's face it, humans cannot live on food and water alone. Sometimes you need a little something extra to get you through the day. A little something called nicotine. And let me tell you, if I start and stop the day without getting any nicotine, believe me, you are not going to want to be around me because I turn into a monster. And I'm not talking about a cute one like the ones in Monsters, Inc. I'm talking about a bad one, like the kinds in my scary dreams. Because right before bed, I open up my Juul and I absolutely go ham. I Juul for 1 hour before bed every night just to kind of ground myself after all the crud I have to deal with all day. And that's why anyone who thinks that there is anything cooler than vaping is absolutely out of their mind. You have to be a complete maniac. Vaping is so cool, and that's why we've decided to talk about it today on the How to Be Cool podcast. My name's Tony Zarrett, and I'm here with my co-host Nick Naney. And believe me, if there's one person who does not know anything about being cool, it's Nick. Because the whole point of this podcast is me trying to basically teach this kind of out-of-touch boomer about how to be cool. Just for example, I've never even seen you vape once, Nick. What's wrong with you?
Tony, once again, you are the fool's fool, okay? You are such a fool. It's crazy. And go back to the notes, please, so that I can see. Yeah, thank you.
And this is all improvised by notes.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Notes app where I'm writing my apology for being canceled for some sort of inappropriate direct message.
You told me this was vaping versus Zinn, and I'll tell you something. Howard Zinn is infinitely cooler than vaping, all right? Now, he has explored alternate perspectives of American history, something that vaping could never nor ever do, okay? He has brought a critical eye to how we perceive our American values, and he brought it into the mainstream. That's quite a feat. Noam Chomsky once said...
Well, I actually got to stop you right there. What are you talking about, bro? Zinn is not... It's a cool... I mean, Zinn is a lame, this is the opinion I have, way of getting your nicotine. It's not a guy's name. You just made this guy up. No, I haven't heard such... You can't just make up a guy to defend on this podcast. This podcast is about real stuff. If I want to hear something that's completely made up, I would listen to the comedy routine known as The Machine, which was completely made up. Did you know that? The guy just made up the machine.
That's made up?
This machine.
The machine is fake?
The machine is fake. This Howard Zinn thing is fake.
I didn't want to interrupt the intros or anything like that, but now that you're saying the machine is fake, I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah.
This is blowing my whole mind.
Okay, but Howard Zinn is not like the machine.
It's Howard Zinn. You can't just make up a guy. Hey, I had lunch the other day with Bobby Blue, blah, 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 blah. You just come in here and make up a guy. The debate, I sent you the notes. Well, you sent me the notes saying we were doing vaping versus Zinn.
Yeah, well, that's what our producer told us to do, vaping versus Zinn, but Howard Zinn, that's what I thought I was...
well, that's not the Zinn I looked up.
Oh, wait.
Well, good news. We actually brought in a Zinn expert. Patrick Doran is here, and he is a huge Zinn fiend.
Oh, I have them right here, and I have one in.
He has a Zinn in.
He's got a Zinn in.
And
because Zinn is a gum.
No, it's not a gum. It's more of a pouch that you put on your upper lip.
Oh, okay. A pouch like kangaroo or what?
No,
not like kangaroo.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know.
Bro, hey Boomer, hey, Woodstock's over. Put down Jim Morrison's hash pipe.
I know that.
Put down the pot.
No, okay. Well, clearly you don't know what I'm doing here because this is a new style that Zoomers are doing called Confusey, where you pretend that you don't know about the topic at hand when really you're an expert. I knew that Zinn is a nicotine bag that you put in your mouth. I knew that.
Well, pardon me for not knowing what Zoomers are doing. My generation, Gen Alpha, we love to Zinn. Mm-hmm. We get up in the morning, we hop on Roblox, pop in a Zinn. Well, I don't do that. I like to vape. And that's the opinion I'm arguing for this episode.
I do that, and I pop in a Zinn.
Yes.
You do both.
Yeah.
We're Gen Alphas. Mm-hmm. We
vape
and we Zinn, and we don't read these weird books that you're talking about, and that's why you're not cool.
Yeah, things like Confusey. I've never heard of that.
Well, well, I haven't heard of it either because I'm with it. Yeah, I don't know what anybody's talking about. See, that's what Confusey is. Okay.
But you know what it is. You're saying that you don't know what it is, but you're saying it.
No, I don't know what it is, but I do know what it is. But I don't, but I do. But anyways, so vaping, yeah.
You know what vaping is? Let me put it in terms you understand. Vaping is like when you come back from Vietnam in your 65 Mustang, okay? It's cool, all right? Now, I understand for your generation, there's nothing cooler than going to watch the Dave Clark 5 on the Ed Sullivan Show. But for my generation, we like to vape. We bust out the Juul, and that's how we get our nicotine.
Well, let me ask you this, Tony. Where's your vape right now?
It's up my ass.
It's up your ass.
Whoa.
But now, Patrick, what are these Zyns? There's no way they're cooler than vaping.
No, so Zyns are a little white pouch, as you can see.
Right.
Look at that.
So you just take this and you put it
In your
Right
you
up
put it in
there.
there, yeah.
And
Yeah.
this,
and no one can tell that you're doing it, which is cool.
Cool.
Because
Yeah.
it's a secret.
no, and
thing.
that's why it's not cool. See, the
And
thing about
it doesn't smell like
No, it makes
yeah.
your breath smell.
It makes
like
your breath mint, yeah.
Or coffee, depending on the flavor.
well, here's why vaping is cooler than Zinn. Number one, you basically just killed your own argument. It doesn't smell. Exactly. The fun of vaping is the beautiful odors you're sharing with your community. And number two, no one knows you're doing this. Again, vaping, everyone knows you're doing it, especially the way I do it, because the clouds I blow, they know I'm doing it in China, okay? I blow big vape clouds.
Have you ever done the tornado?
I've done the tornado. I've done the hurricane. I've done the wind, which is a lower, less. The wind is not as good as the tornado. or
Do you
the
do any
hurricane.
of
It's
them
just
out
a
of your
straight
ass?
Blow, I don't. And I want to apologize to this kind of younger audience that I used that word. It's not even in
Right.
there, and I'm sorry for kind of making some of.
But
the
I'm
young people
curious,
think
do you
about
do
it.
any sort of like tricks with it up there?
It's not up there. I'm really sorry I said that. Hey, I just want to sort of preemptively.
Oh, was it taken away from you at school?
Yes, it was taken away from me at school.
That's where you hit it?
Yeah, I go to school. It's not like elementary school. It's what's known as traffic school, and I have to go there, court mandated,
Right.
once a month because of some drinking and some driving. Okay, two things, and I guess you're not supposed to do them both at once. I don't understand. Chocolate and peanut butter, you do it both at once. Everybody loves you. Anyways, so what is, in your opinion, Patrick, so great about the Zinn? Besides just you can't see it, and what else?
It's a rapid nicotine release.
Right,
that
yeah.
goes directly into your bloodstream.
It
through
goes
your
right
gum.
in there. Yeah,
Also, I've read that dentists recommend this.
they do. Yeah,
I did read somewhere that dentists say that this is the best nicotine delivery system
Yeah.
on the current market. And also, the thing that's great about this,
I actually have my dentist put them in.
your dentist puts Zyns in
Yeah, because
In your mouth.
Yeah, because
while you're being operated on.
No, I go in there just like to.
Hang
Oh,
out.
you can't do it yourself.
Well, but I mean, I just like because of what you said about the dentist. Like, yeah, of course, like I like trust dentists to do it. So like anytime I want one, I kind of just like I go to the dentist and
I didn't
They
know
put
you
it
could
in.
have a dentist do it for you.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know who puts my vape in my mouth? My mom. Okay?
Really?
Because she's cool. All right?
Whoa.
Yeah. I say, Mom, I go to visit her, and I say, Mom, pass me the vape. And we both blow massive clouds. Have you ever heard of a strawberry mango? That's what we're smoking on our vapes. Now, these Zinn pouches, are these a replacement for what's known as dip? Are you familiar with
Yeah,
dip?
they're a replacement for dip for sure. I never dipped before, but I have done a Zinn.
And don't you think this is bad? Don't you think dip is one of the most kind of iconic ways to get nicotine? Something that, the great legends of baseball would dip Ty Cobb and sort of guys like this. And now, it's just been replaced. Our paintings have been replaced by AI art. Our cartoons have been replaced by CGI. And now our dip's been replaced by this high-tech Zinn. Do you think we've lost something? in the transition from dip to Zinn.
I don't think that it's been lost. I think more it's improved upon. Because dip, I mean, from what I know about dip, it gets everywhere. It's dirty. It can fall while you're trying to put it in. Yeah. You have to spit it out constantly. These, you don't have to spit at all.
You just,
There's no spit.
Once your dentist puts that in, you're good to go.
Well, can you spit?
Well, I can spit.
But I'm saying, I know you're not supposed to spit when you have the Zinn in. You don't need to, but could you spit with the Zinn? Could you just put the Zinn in and then
that's the best part about it.
Yeah, obviously. That's what everybody knows about it. You do that.
But spitting's the most fun part.
Yeah. Tony, obviously, people know that. You can't spit with a vape.
Now, what do you think about this? Signs of oral cancer. Is this BS? Is this really
good? BS.
Okay.
Oral cancer is BS. And if you like oral cancer, I don't like you.
So is Zinn bad for you? I'm just going to do a quick Google search.
It's going to pop up and it's going to say no.
Look, I've searched. This is Google AI overview. Zyns are good for you. Zinn every day, all day, and also use them while you vape. And this is...
Use them while you vape? It's saying this?
I made that up, but I do think it would be cool to Zinn and vape it. I would never just Zinn because, again, for me, what's cool about vaping is you kind of...
Yeah, the cloud is definitely cool. I will say that.
The peacocking element of vaping.
Right, yeah.
But Zinn is more humble. It's less,
And you can make...
showboating.
Right, and you can make shapes with your spit. Like, you know how, like everybody thinks smoke is so cool, but it's really cool, like, make rings or whatever. But can you make, I have a friend who made the Loch Ness Monster out of his spit, and that was really cool.
Wait, so how did he make the Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to push back here, but I don't really understand what you mean.
He made it out of his spit. His spit was like a squiggly line, and it looked really cool, and, and he's my friend, so...
What's his name?
Jimmy, who's that? Anyways, Jimmy, yeah.
Was that your friend?
No.
Okay. Should I go ask?
No.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. There was and again, this is audio for audio only listeners. A guy just walked by.
Yeah, but it was not my friend because my friend looks.
Jimmy.
My friend is way hotter than that guy.
And your friend's name is Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
And he. Well,
I'm starting to doubt
Soundboard. Jimmy Soundboard, yeah.
Jimmy
that sounds like a
Soundboard?
name. Yeah.
All right. Well, I've come around, and he made the Loch Ness Monster
from his spit, yeah.
From his spit.
And that's why Zinn is cooler. I have that in my notes, but you wouldn't let me get to it in the.
Well, I have your notes right here. Can I look at your notes?
No, no.
It says Zinn is
Howard Zinn.
Howard Zinn.
I was making a point
the
about
inventor of Zinn. I don't know.
No, he's not. He wrote the people's history
I'm
of
Gen Alpha. I don't know about this.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just come from a long line of book readers, so I just know this stuff.
Not me. I'm an iPad kid. Yeah. When someone says book, I say, "You mean the Coco Melon video on my iPad?" Give me my Zinn and let me watch my iPad.
Right.
For my generation.
Yeah, no, I know that. I meant, anyways, Howard Zinn. I guess you know what, he was the inventor of Zinn.
He was?
Yeah.
Really?
Which was why I included him in my notes.
I'm just going to do a quick search, and I hate to be I know we said no fact checking. Remember this? Did Howard Zinn invent Zinn? And I'm not the first person to have searched.
Well, you don't even have to search it because it came up. Yeah, see?
AI overview is not available for this search.
Yeah, because it's so true that they
obviously true.
Yeah, that they can't. What are they going to do? Tell you, yeah?
Well, here's something someone has asked. What was Howard Zinn's quote? So I'm going to open it up. It says,
"If you're not doing anything to change things, you have no right to be hopeful." This is exactly why he invented Zinn.
No, because then he said, "I love to vape. Puff, puff, baby.
Whoa.
Smells good."
Wait, then why would he invent the Zinn?
Well, because he didn't invent the Zinn. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. This guy
so I've
Zinn.
been lied to again?
Yep. First the
the machine, now Howard Zinn?
Didn't invent the Zinn.
Oh, my God.
Well, what do we think? We've been doing this for 15 minutes. Is it time to do something else? Thoughts?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next segment in the podcast. And that is, this is great. Nick has written what he said is a memoir. I'm starting to think.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm starting to think we may be in a little bit of a Stephen Glass situation. Do you remember this?
No, what's that?
Who's Stephen Glass?
Stephen Glass. I don't know about this, but it was before my time. But he made a fake.
Is this a Coco Melon character? I don't
Yeah.
understand. What are you?
Well,
talking
look
about?
up. He faked all his articles. He was a
Oh.
writer who. Anyways, look this up.
He's like a modern day machine.
Yeah. He's a machine for our generation, Generation Alpha. But Nick, your memoir, I'm sure is true. Other than this fact,
It's
do you
very
have-
true.
Does it have the thing in about your buddy Jimmy that made the Loch Ness Monster?
No, that'll be the follow up.
Okay, well, let's-
Oh, I'm excited to hear about Jimmy. I'm
Well,
really excited to
this
hear
is
about
more about sort of.
I'm telling you right now, if I don't hear about Jimmy in the first page, we may have to cut the segment at least 20 minutes
Okay,
short.
well, I'm getting to Jimmy. Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, all right. You know what? I can read a chapter that Jimmy is kind of part of, I suppose. Yeah, I'm very excited for this segment.
Okay.
You keep interrupting me.
Well,
I
I apologize. I just interrupted you now when you said I'm interrupting you, but that's the last one I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, I have written a memoir about my pursuit of comedy. It's called My Life in the Big Stage. And I'm going to read a few chapters. Let's see. This chapter is about my first bringer show. So, okay. Nick, you're on in 5. Oh, boy.
I know I said I wasn't going to interrupt, but I have to say it's a real snooze, and we got to move on to the next segment. This is the check-in with our producer, and our producer basically halfway through kind of tells us how we're doing, and I'm sorry, Nick, but if I'd let you kind of prattle on with that, the producer would be giving us a thumbs down. But fortunately, we have a great producer who has awesome insights because here's the thing. Nowadays, I get pushed all kinds of tools. Use an app to edit your podcast. We've got CapCut to make your podcast. You know what? It's never going to be able to do as good a job as a human. So we've got a great producer who is a human, and we're just going to see what they think of how we're doing so far.
As the producer of this podcast, I'm really happy with how this episode is shaping up so far. Patrick, Tony, and Nick have brought a lot of energy to the discussion about Zyns versus vaping. They've each shared some compelling perspectives, and the banter between them keeps the conversation engaging. It's a delicate topic, but they've managed to balance humor and insight without being overly polarizing. At the halfway point, we're already deep into the pros and cons of each, and I'm confident the second half will bring even more interesting points to the table.
Whew, that was a really good insight into our process.
What a great guy.
I know. He seems very cool. I wish he was in the room with us so I could meet
He
him.
is. Look, you're
Well,
not
he's
looking
right
far
over
enough.
there,
He's right
yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
He's just a small guy.
Yeah.
He's a small guy and he's far.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess the perspective was...
Yeah, we're in one of those rooms where, like, you go to a museum where the perspective,
Yeah,
like,
it
is
shifts.
it's skewed, so it seems like
Yeah.
someone that's far is close because the angles of the walls are weird. But
It's an interesting studio.
yeah, it's really
It's actually
weird.
an axe throwing bar at night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
You know what I love at axe throwing bars?
What's that?
Now, I love the axe throwing, but the board games that you get to play before,
Oh, yeah.
Big Jenga, Connect 4.
yeah. I went to one they
That's
had.
more my speed.
They had Connect 5. That's how
Whoa.
fun it was. Now, we're up to a new segment in the podcast. An old segment, but a good segment, I should say. And
Yeah.
it's something, here's the thing, in the world of podcasting, let's be honest, it's become very feminine. It's kind of considered,
There's no room for the guys anymore.
I'm really glad that you said it because
you don't want to get canceled, but I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and say it. And the fact is, us boys aren't ever given a space in podcasts to just kind of talk about being a guy.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff we deal with, day to day as a guy. Your stepson steals your riding mower. Your wife, is sleeping with the mailman. I go to these. I go to the traffic school, the court appointed traffic school. I try to kind of bro out with the fellas there, and they're just staring at me like, "Please, we're just trying to get our licenses back." So that's why I love we have this segment. Mm-hmm. It's called Guys Corner.
Guys Corner.
Woo!
All right.
Give me one of those.
Yeah.
And these are athletic beers. And that means these are the same beers that the big guys in the NFL drink.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Run Wild.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I do every time the wife goes out of town.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's smooth.
It goes down. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Really
goes
good.
Down smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got I could
A little bit of alcohol.
I could have
in there.
5 or 6 of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I can and will. And this says 50% alcohol. There's a 5 and a 0 on here. Contains less than. Anyways, it's 50% alcohol. So this is a real
only
guy.
65 calories.
That's not bad because I need to keep my ripped abs as a guy. Let's be honest.
I mean, that's an important part of being a guy is keeping your like physique, your like ripped abs,
You look at these pictures of Christian Bale Batman, Christian Bale American Psycho,
Right.
and you're like, I'm so glad I look like this.
Right. Yeah.
I'm so glad I look exactly like
I used to look like the machinist Christian Bale, but now
Now I look like that guy. I used to look like the guy, the Machine. He's kind of a heavier guy.
Yeah.
But he takes his shirt off.
He takes his shirt
He
off
does
because
take it,
usually you
yeah.
would think a ripped guy would be taking
Right.
his shirt
Ripped
off.
guy is usually the guy taking his shirt off, but now the Machine takes his shirt off. and
They're
I'm
in
already
the comedy
laughing.
lives.
And
yeah.
that's why it's good to be a guy.
It's really good
Because
to
the
be a guy.
Machine has
Yeah.
taught us guys that it's okay to be a guy.
Yeah.
And I think that's the message for the. But sometimes there's problems with being a guy. Like I was thinking about the other day, my wife wouldn't let me watch the big game.
Oh my God.
She was having her book club and they had to watch Sex in the City.
Oh.
So, Patrick, you ever have any issues being a guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just trying to, game in the living room.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's
Yeah.
got, I don't know, some kind of yoga tape she wants to watch.
Oh.
I'm like, what? Why do you have a tape?
Yeah.
It's 2025.
What's going on with you?
Get a DVD.
Yeah. Get
Yeah,
a damn
but
DVD.
something like that happened to me recently. I was the same thing happened, and I'm gaming. I'm on Call of Duty Warzone.
Warzone.
I'm on Warzone. I'm cursing out some of my 12, 13-year-old buds on there. My wife goes in. I'm going to watch my yoga tape. I'm like, babe, this is not the time. She's like, I want to watch my yoga tape. I'm like, fine, because I don't want to hear about it. Mm-hmm. She pops it in, and let's just say. Some of the girls in these yoga tapes made me forget I was even playing Warzone.
Yeah.
I'm like, one more yoga tape, please. Yeah.
Put it on my tab.
Put that on my tab.
Yeah, one time, you know how you're like always trying to find like holes in your house to put your penis in?
Yeah.
Like one time, so I put it in the garbage disposal in the sink, and my wife was doing her stupid dishes, and she like flicked the switch, and like my penis got all like,
Oh.
yeah,
Damn.
it's really messed up now.
That sounds like something they would do on Jackass. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's true. I felt like a jackass after that,
And we can honestly, now I can mention this now. Why aren't there any shows for guys on anymore?
You know what? You're right, man.
Back in the day, we had shows like Jackass,
Yeah.
and we had
The Man Show.
Jag.
The Man Show,
Oh,
Jag.
Yeah.
Jag.
We had Nash. We had Nash Bridges. Let me tell you something. I used to come home from working at the plant, crack open a cold, and pop on Nash Bridges. One day,
Yeah.
I come home, I turn on the TV to watch Nash Bridges. It's just a bunch of icons on the screen. My stepson's going, we don't have Nash Bridges now. We got Netflix.
What?
I'm like, what's on Netflix? He's like, a bunch of woke crap.
A lot of stuff has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can't even click around on the TV without seeing some kind of... I mean, they're putting the yoga tapes on TV now.
Every TV show is a porno now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every commercial, don't get me started.
Yeah.
It's even more porno.
And even the pornos, even when you try to watch one, I put on this porno the other day. I'm like, it's going to be a great porno. First things that comes on, a bunch of woke crap.
Oh, God.
In the porno, they're going...
Yes, they had blue hair.
Yeah, they had blue hair. Before the porno even starts, they go, hey, well, we got to watch a 20-minute lecture about diversity.
Yeah.
What?
And, first of all, you can't even watch any more of this porno. You have to call up Obama and apologize for being a
Oh,
man.
man.
Well...
Things have changed.
Anyways, things have changed. But if we go on Guy's Corner any further, we're gonna all get canceled.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
again, something you didn't have to deal with back when Nash Bridges was on. So let's move on to the next segment, video reaction. Now,
All right.
one thing about
excited for this.
is great because the thing about what we've been doing for the last, how long has it been going? 24 minutes. It's been a lot of work. Keep having to think of bits, riffs.
We don't know if any of this will go viral, but we know. But video reaction, that's a good place
it's
to make.
guaranteed. It fills time. It fills time. The videos have usually already gone viral.
Yeah.
So you're kind of glomming onto that. People will think they're getting the original video, and then they just get your reaction.
Right.
You get
Sometimes
some
the
views.
reaction's a little bit better than the video.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's what we're aiming for here.
That's what we're hoping for here. So I think we try to plan out our reactions ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll take the perspective of like a guy who's like, I ain't putting my penis anywhere near that.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Tony.
I'm going to say, let me tell you something. Back in my day, that would not fly.
Okay, cool. And Patrick, if you wanted to.
I guess I could hit it with a
That's good.
that's really good.
That's really good.
You just think of that?
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Adding the
Yeah.
wow.
You just
just
thought of
thought
that.
Yeah.
Wow, because I've been working on this all week, writing back in my day that would not fly. So the fact that, I'm so glad you came on because we need that kind of riffing. So the first one is called,
Patrick, why don't you swing
oh yeah,
over,
you can take your microphone
take
out
the
of it.
mic out.
Oh, yeah, or you can hold it, you do it however you want. Yeah, you can take it out or you can keep it in.
Literally
attached
however
to
you
the
want.
stand.
Yeah, all right, so this one's called Let's See What the Mango Do. Is that what this is called?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
All right.
Let's see what the mango does.
Okay, here we go. And this is a video. This is a video. You can find it on YouTube.
It's a vaping video.
So, again,
right.
some people are just listening, but...
I ain't putting my penis anywhere near that.
Okay, back in my day, that would not fly. And by the way, it's a man with a beard. He's got a vape. And there's some expletives.
Damn!
Okay. Back in my day, that would not fly.
My penis just went back in its hole.
Damn!
Back in
Yeah.
my day, that would not fly.
I don't even want to have a penis anymore after seeing that.
All right, let's try another video. This one I did a search, Zinn podcast. And I
Okay.
sorted by new. So this is the most recent, as of a couple hours ago, Zinn podcast. So here we go. Zinn destroys podcast. Here we go.
should be
No
good.
views. Well, it's about
No
to get
views.
its first view.
This Zinn is actually making you hot. Is that supposed to be a
And there's a guy. This is a real guy's guy.
God.
He's got a chain and a sleeveless
I might have to
shirt.
take my shirt off.
Oh, we talked about this, taking off your shirt. And
Whoa,
he's taking,
wait. He's taking the machine's whole thing.
yeah. And he's going, dude. He's saying, bro. And he's got a picture of Paul.
My penis just killed itself.
This guy's on the road. He's on the stand right now.
That's a riff
Whatever
about
you want.
how you get sweaty.
Yeah.
Give me an ice pack.
Was that a Boz Scaggs record? Damn!
This guy's cool.
Is that Silk Degrees? Damn!
Oh my god.
And he's got, oh yeah, Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees.
My penis is unusable.
Oh, and look what he's got, Herb Alpert too.
Well, guess what?
These guys have great taste.
Uncut jams. Oh,
Autistic kids in trains anymore.
he swore.
That's what I called the Eskimo girl that sucked my dick.
Whoa. That's what I love too about podcasting.
Get
because
my
you can
penis
basically
away from
say
them.
whatever you want in the world
Wow.
of podcasting. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Back in my day, you know what? Normally I was going to say back in my day that would not fly, but this is the kind of stuff we
Yeah.
enjoyed back in my day.
Yeah.
I thought we were watching back the segment of Guys Talk.
Yes, this is like guys talk. This reminds me when I would go see Andrew Dice Clay. You know, real unfiltered
Right.
comedy that you can only get from James Jam Easy Cummins.
The one-stop shop for all things jam.
And looks like he appears to be at an open mic night.
Teethy BJ.
Well, let's-
Damn!
Well, maybe we can kind of
Nick,
start
do you
it.
have a reaction for Teethy BJ?
I got.
Well, let's see it.
Get my penis nowhere near that.
Is this the same place with all the record albums he was doing his
I
podcast?
think so.
All right, I don't want to steal his comedy. If you want to have a laugh, though, go to check out this
I wonder
guy.
if he liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll have to watch James. Anyway, this guy's a real guy's guy, and he's doing comedy. All right.
We got one more clip.
We got one more clip. Nick, is this something you pulled
This
up?
is something I pulled up, yeah.
And this is called
Caught vaping.
And this, I'm a vaping supporter, so hopefully this it doesn't make vaping.
I'm happy that
appear in
she
a
got
bad light.
arrested, presumably.
All right, here we go.
I haven't done this since I was a kid.
Damn!
Bro, that would not fly back in my day.
It's a harmonica, Mom.
All right.
Wait.
I'm having a little trouble. Sorry, that's not good podcasting for the listeners. I have to describe what happened, but this girl is vaping on the stairs. Ow, it's really loud. And then she knocks over a vase. Patrick, what do you think happened here? I'm really having trouble.
I don't know. I think this might be staged.
Yeah. So what we're looking at is theater. I mean, Nick? What happens here? Can you describe it?
So this is
Do you want
yeah, I think
There's
it's kind of
woman
like a
in it.
Rube Goldberg kind of situation where
Rube Goldberg.
where a vase is dropped and then that leads to a girl vaping. Yeah, I mean,
It's very Rube Goldberg.
it's very Rube Goldberg.
And also, it's been captioned top 5 band commercials.
Oh, this is a commercial?
For what? I guess.
For a Rube
harmonicas.
Goldberg
Or,
machine.
yeah, I guess Rube Goldberg or harmonicas.
But
is
I
my
don't
only two
understand.
guesses.
This has millions of views.
Well, let's see the comments.
All right, maybe the
maybe
comments
they'll
will
shed
explain
some
it.
light.
That was the 5 stages of grief in non-chronological order.
Interesting.
It's a okay.
So they're already putting fan theories in the comments.
Yes. Well, this person says this girl honestly have the most unique style of comedy skits I've seen so far. All right, I think I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to vape in your mom's house.
No.
No way.
Moms
Not-
don't like
In her,
vaping in the
well,
house.
not my mom. Okay.
Yeah.
It's past, and I can go to her house and vape whenever I want because it's empty. But this girl lives with her mom and cannot vape in the house. So she's broken rule number 1: no vaping.
Right.
Rule number 2: don't break the vase.
Or that could be a bong.
So
yeah, that
it
could
also
also
could be a bomb.
bomb.
But
Yeah.
I think the joke is that she's vaping and then she pretends like what was in her mouth was a harmonica.
Right.
Because it's a lot. You're allowed to harmonica in the house.
Yeah.
And so she thinks she's gotten away with committing the act of vaping with the harmonica trick, but then she breaks a vase. And so now she's still in trouble anyway? But it seems not, is that out of order?
I think it is a non-chronological. It's like, it's like Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Like the poster on the guy's wall.
Right.
So it's kind of strange how all of these videos have been a little bit connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch it one more time. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
This is, anyways, look up Jen Mellon. It's so interesting. Jen Mellon, don't look her up because there's some kind of rough language on her.
Yeah.
It's the P word. Look at
Oh.
that, on her, the front thing of her page.
PISS.
And then, she has a funny video called "Drunk versus High."
Okay.
All right, talking to strangers on Omegle. I don't know, but this is a great channel. Jen Mellon. Her most popular video is top 5 band commercials. All right, I went viral.
That's pretty good.
What's the point of doing even anything? Why don't we just call ourselves top 5 band commercials? All right, well, better move on to the next segment. Closing statements. All right.
Let me put the microphone back in.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, let me ask you something. Is this Zinn? Mm-hmm. Is it? Did you actually put one in?
I did actually put one.
Has it been in the whole time?
Yes.
And what did it do? Did it make you just give like a buzz?
Yeah, it just gives you a small buzz.
Oh,
But if I was vaping in here, this whole room would be full of clouds.
That's right.
It's discreet. It's in a small, cool package that leaves like a dip tin mark on the back of your pants.
Right.
So
yeah.
other guys know this guy.
This guy
guy's chill.
this guy knows Howard Zinn.
Yeah.
Is what they say.
This guy's a big Howard Zinn fan.
Yeah.
well, that is pretty cool. And I know I kind of came into this podcast thinking that vaping was really cool, but you're right. There's some places that you're just not going to vape, but you don't want to not have any nicotine in your system.
See, you could
Right.
do this at a funeral.
Oh, yeah.
You could do this at a meeting.
Yeah.
You could do this
It's
on
at
a podcast.
on podcast.
You
yeah.
can do it at court-assigned traffic school.
Yes.
Sure.
And no one will know and be
one
the
knows.
wiser, and it helps you pay attention to all this
Yeah.
thing. You know, use the brake, use the steering wheel. Don't
Right.
drink and drive. You'll be able to focus on the kind of deluge of information
Yeah.
they give you. So I think I've turned a corner a little bit on Zyns. I still think vaping is cooler, though. Nick,
Yeah, I mean, I always thought Zinn was cool, and as I mentioned before, it seemed like I was unprepared at the beginning of this podcast, but that was me practicing Confusi, which is a new style that all the kids are doing, and always been a fan of Zinn, and vaping is the devil, and I don't love the devil, so yeah,
I love
and
Jesus.
I
Remember
love-
this from not Pulp Fiction, one of those other classic films. I am
love-
the Jesus. Remember that?
Oh yes, yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback-
What is the
yeah.
movie I'm thinking of?
I don't
Yeah.
think I know this movie.
Anyway.
This might be before my time.
Yeah, Brokeback Mountain, I think
Yeah.
is
Yeah?
that's one it's from.
I am
yeah.
the Jesus.
I've not seen
Yeah.
That's from the movie.
So, anyways, I just as long as you know what I say, smoke them if you got them. That's all. That's what I say. Yeah.
Well, I can't think of anything else to talk about, so we're gonna
Yeah.
have to stop.
Okay.
All right, great. Bye.